This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com. AFTV, we've got Flex from the United Stand, Manchester United channel, of course. And Flex, what do we say about that game? Was that a fair point?
Yeah, I think it was a fair point. Similar to what we were saying in the build-up, innit? You get all this build-up, and I jokingly said it a couple of times, probably be a 0-0 now. We've seen that a lot from our results against, the big clubs this season. In a weird way, though, I think it's a better point for you guys. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean in terms of, no Saka, no Tierney, and no Aubameyang, and we've got pretty much our full-strength team out there, arguably a couple that you might change, and we want to bounce back from that Sheffield United game. I wanted to see a little bit more, but also that is actually paying respect to Arsenal, because I think what happened is Ollie knows what it is. Ollie knows that he ain't beaten Arteta yet. Ollie knows that in these big games we've come unstuck before. I think we're still very scared in these big games, to the annoyance of a lot of United fans because of that 6-1 loss to Spurs. So we keep it very conservative in these big games. I predicted Pogba would be back out on the wing. McTominay and Fred would come in and be an engine in there. Cavani would start, and even Bruno wasn't trying like the killer pass all the time. I mean, even he was keeping it moving a little bit. So in that respect, I've got to understand that. But Cavani, the chances he had, that last one, that first one, where I don't even think it should have been a corner. It should have been a goal kick because he just missed, it looked like. And the second one was probably unlucky. Rashford was really poor tonight. I was upset that he didn't have a great game. But he's been brilliant for us this season, but he didn't have a good game tonight. So yeah, a draw's probably about right. And I'm guessing from you guys' point, it's like, well, you know what? When we saw that team sheet go in, we thought, oh, no Tierney, no Saka, no, but boy, and you managed to do well and could have won.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when I saw the team sheet, obviously the shock was Saka. I was shocked about Tierney as well, because we were hearing that he was going to be all right for the game. So that was a shock. But then I was like, hold on, where's Saka gone? And that was a big shock, not even in the squad. Apparently had a hip injury that he was nursing. And we were like, you know what I mean? So I think it was a very even game. I think the first half of the first half was us. Second half of the first half was you. And again, in the second half, I think for the majority of the second half, I think we were kind of knocking on the door. But then you're not always dangerous. On the break, yeah, Cavani had that big chance, but then Willian had a big chance. We hit the crossbar from Lacazette. It was a very even game, and I guess looking at it, it's probably a better point for us because with those players missing. Yeah, definitely. I think it was.
Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Karen.
Yeah, no, I do. I agree that it's a better point for you. In this moment that you're in, what's that? 7 games, won 6, drawn 1. That's good for you turning a corner and trying to get your confidence up and build from there. For us, we've just lost to Sheffield United, want to bounce back fairly quickly, and haven't managed to do it. Although, look, when you play against a good team, you can always not win. Like, do you know what I mean? I think if we would have beaten Sheffield United, this draw's not that bad. We haven't won at the Emirates for a little while now. It's always tough when we play you. Our recent record's not actually great against you lot. So yeah, it's a fair point, but probably just a better point for you.
Who did you mean on the TV? I noticed there were man of the match. David Luiz. Who's your man of the match?
It's a weird game. It's one of them games I couldn't really. There wasn't any standout candidates. I thought David Luiz was good though. I thought Pepe was bright. I thought for us, Wan-Bissaka was quite good. I thought he's getting better going forward. I'm liking how he's actually improving that. He stood out for me. Lindelof was steady for us as well. But you can see by the names I'm mentioning, I'm not talking about my forwards. I'm not really talking about Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, actually, to be fair, in the first half, when McTominay came off because he was sick, that kind of helped us a little bit, because when Pogba went in there, we started to tick towards the end of that first half. And I wanted to see us kick on from there, but we couldn't, and that's down to you guys as well. So yeah, I think David Luiz defended solidly, man. Harry Maguire had a couple of blocks as well. That when he blocked that Pepe one, that was in. That was in. Wan-Bissaka with another wicked block as well. So yeah, weren't many standout performances.
On the subject of Wan, I was not happy at all.
Your internet connection's bad. I can't hear you. Say that again.
No, I was saying that on the subject of Wan-Bissaka, Ty was very unhappy. He felt that he should have been sent off for a second yellow card. Ty felt he should have had 2 yellows.
Ty feels everyone should have 2 yellows. Ty feels everyone should have 2 yellows. Well, I think Lacazette should have got sent off because he, when Pogba went up to do it, he done a Harry Kane. If that was Harry Kane who done that to Lacazette, turned his back, and when he's in the air, you know, when Harry Kane does that thing where they jump up, he done it to Pogba, gave Pogba a bad.
Wait a minute, if that's the case, then Harry Maguire should have been sent off because he done.
Well, there you go. So that's what I'm saying. Let's just discount the red card for Kyle once. That's my point.
Harry Maguire actually pulled back Lacazette, and he was on a yellow card, and pulled back Lacazette when he spun him and was going through, and he pulled him back. That one
with Harry Maguire, the
referee gave a free kick.
Lacazette knees him. He knees him in his back. He does.
No,
he knees him in his back.
I'm talking about the one where Lacazette spins.
Yeah.
Maguire's already on a yellow card, isn't he?
Yeah.
And
is he on a yellow card by that point?
Wasn't he on it? Was he on? I'm
no, I don't think he was. I don't think he was.
We should have been, but
I think he got on when he came through the back of Lacazette.
Yeah, and then there was another time when Lacazette spun him, and he grabbed him and stopped him. We got a free kick for it, but there was no yellow card.
I tell you what I was worried about. Which I can't believe it wasn't looked at or anything, was Bruno's innocuous challenge on Xhaka. Like, it was one of them ones where, because he helped him up and they were fine, but I was like, oh, hold on a minute. That was one of them moments. But Cedric as well, man. Idiot, man. Nah, man. He elbowed Bruno by accident, but was acting like Bruno was diving. I
thought Bruno was diving. He just
did the replay. He took one in the face, man. Lacazette had a fingernail on his eyelash, and he was giving it as well. It was just one of them. Idiot boy,
It's one of those games, man.
Well, that's all we could talk. That shows what we're doing here. Speaking about who should have got a yellow card, shows you what type of game it was.
Yeah, it was a very bitty game. The chances were there for both teams to score. They didn't take it. I think a point was a fair result. Where does that leave you guys? Do you think you can still go on?
We've just been discussing that in the fan forum. You know, as with always, as soon as we get a bad result or a result where everyone thinks we should win, this is why Ollie's crap. We're not in the title race anymore. Everyone's gonna, we're struggling for top 4 all of a sudden. You know what I mean? You know what it's like. But it does leave us in a position where we're still waiting to bounce back from that Sheffield United result. Tough game to come against Southampton, who, I know they've gone on a bit of a dip by their high standards they've set, but our form hasn't been great at Old Trafford. And then we got Everton at Old Trafford straight after that. So look, you know what it's like. The quicker you can get results, the quicker you put to bed any form of, this is why United were never in the title race. See, idiot thing. Now look at them. Do you know what I mean? So some fans are going a bit, oh, mate, it's the Sheffield United result. If we would have went to Arsenal and got a 0-0, but had won that game, the feeling wouldn't be like this. You know what I mean? The feeling wouldn't be like this. But now I think the feeling's a little bit sour. So that's where it leaves us, looking to bounce back still from the Sheffield United game.
All right, Fleck, thanks very much. And we'll talk soon.
See you next year, unless we face each other in the FA Cup. Oh, no. Europa League or something. Europa League.
This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com.